leveled for some of the parts of this game because I noticed when I was doing the co-op in other parts that people were using weapons from the New Game Plus thing. So I think I might be over leveled to still be in my first playthrough. So I should probably stop helping people and go ahead and finish this game, but I shan't. I shan't. So guess we'll see how that goes. Although then again, I do have to finish Type Zero eventually, so I probably should just go ahead and finish Bloodborne and then move on to something else. And I think other than that, oh yeah, I was playing Deus Ex.
I was about to say, you
Whatever
said you're playing that game.
the subtitle thing is for that one, the PS3 one. Um, so I'm still like really early in that game too, because as I mentioned last week, terrible at stealth things, and it's like I play these, and it's like
RPG, you don't have to play Human Revolution as it's stealthy. You can
I
like
know I don't
play
have
whatever
to,
way you want.
but because it gives me the option, I'm like, you know what? I can totally do this, but then I can't because then I have to end up killing everybody. So it's like I don't know.
You're
I
a
don't know what
cyborg. You can just punch them through the face and kill
I
them.
don't want to though. I feel like
Oh,
see you get like different experience and stuff from not killing them too though, because it's like you get
yeah.
like, some. So I was like, oh, maybe because I mean you don't get it from killing them. So I was like, well, it's
You can
probably better if
you
I
just get as much. You get like half or something weird.
yeah.
I
So
have
I
to look it
mean,
up.
I wouldn't. Well, not only that, it's like there's like some bonuses too, where I forget the name of them, but like
Oh
once
yeah,
you
that's right. If you like go through an area without getting spotted, you get like the ghost bonus.
well, not the spotted one. I mean, like for like when you know whenever like the experience comes up from you, like
Yeah,
either taking somebody down or killing them or
yeah,
something.
yeah.
It's like you get the regular experience, but it's also like some things on the side that list down like the man down and the mercy kill and that kind of stuff.
I've
Well,
never
not
seen
mercy kill, but
that
the it's called mercy something. It's not mercy kill. There's no mercy
one. I
kills.
think it's
So
merciful or
yeah,
something.
it's like merciful something or whatever,
I
and
should
it's like
remember
stuff
this. I
like that
just played it,
if
but
if
yeah.
you don't kill them kind of thing. So I was like, well, it's like I want to get the extra experience, so it's like that I want to try to do that, but it's like I don't know either because I don't know I just I try and there's some parts where I was successful and I was like, oh okay, I can I can totally do this, but it seems like I've gotten instead of like trying to be like fully stealthy, I use my inability to be stealthy to my advantage, kind of thing. So I was like, you know what? I could use the fact that people can spot things to my advantage to distract them. So it's like if they find I use them. I like leave the bodies in places where it'll get found, even if whether I want to or not. And it's like, and then I sneak up behind the guy who comes to investigate, and then I'll take him out, and then I just rinse and repeat until everyone keeps falling for that same trick for whatever weird reason. It's like you see like 8 bodies piled up, and yet you still fall for this. It's like you don't think you should be a bit more cautious, but they don't. So it happens. And I just use that to my advantage now, and I can get through some parts thingies. But I'm still like I said, I'm like really early in the game because I'm on what I'm in some mission to go to get the typhoon or whatever the hell the thing's called. I'm like in one of the first missions.
That's the
I think
first
after you
mission.
get yeah after you get like augmented or whatever. So
Behind where I'm at.
basically. So it's like I've been slowly, very slowly working my way through that, but it's like I don't know. I just it's so much work to be stealthy, but at the same time, I don't want to just keep on getting into all these gunfights because I haven't like upgraded any of my augmentations or anything yet, so I can't just be going guns a blazing and expect to
RPG, if you're
survive. So.
playing stealthy, you don't even have to you shoot a gun. You can just sneak past dudes.
Well, I mean, I could, but
See, this is your problem. This is your problem. It's like the opposite of why I can't play Bloodborne. It's like no thanks, and RPG's like, oh, I can totally go stealthy. I'm just not gonna do it as
it's
intended.
like, well, I mean, you get experience for taking guys down, so it's like encouraging me to do it. So I'm
It's
like,
encouraging.
it's like, well, fine. So it's like, it's one of those things like, yeah, I could just like run past everybody, but then I wouldn't get all the delicious, delicious experience from choking the hell out of a
You'll
guy.
still get experience RPG, just
But
not.
not the same. It's not the same.
You're just making it harder on yourself then.
Not to mention, I enjoy seeing the takedown animation. So that's always fun when he's like punching the crap out of this one guy, and it's like that seems a bit unnecessary for a non-lethal takedown, but okay, I'll quit it. So yeah, it's pretty hilarious, especially when he like does the one where he taps on the guy's shoulder and then like punches him. It's like that's that's okay. So I don't know. But yeah, I'll get through it eventually. It's just gonna take me a while. That's all there is to it. And I figure by the time I finish it, then the next one will be out. So it'll totally be fine. Totally work out perfectly.
Maybe by then you'll have your stealth skills
I
increased.
will not, because if I haven't gotten them by now, it's probably not gonna happen. I mean, how many stealth S games have I played now? It's like
Does
going through the
Assassin's
Metal
Creed
Gear
count?
Solid games, and Deus Ex, and it's like I don't know. I'm just not good at stealth. You think I take the hints, but I don't, and I continue to play them because I am a glutton for punishment, apparently. So yeah, that is how that goes. So
I should
yeah,
stream you that for my day game, the Metal Gear Solid prologue for 5. Because I have it on my hard drive. It keeps staring at me, and I'm like, oh, I want to play this. Oh, whatever it's called.
which one? Phantom Pain? Wait, no, that's the actual.
The one before that, yeah, like the prologue or
Ground
whatever. Yeah,
Zeroes.
Ground
Yep.
Zeroes.
I was like, what the hell's that thing called? That. So yeah, I don't know. Eventually. But how does the augmentation work in that game anyway? It's like, do you get like points to put into stuff after you level up or something?
Yeah,
Or
there's like an XP bar that fills, and then once you get it, you can put it into your different skills.
no? Hmm. Can you get through like bosses without killing them too? Or
In the director's cut,
I don't think I have the director's. Do I? I don't think so. I don't think I have the director's cut. Maybe. I don't know. Did it cost extra? Because if it did, then I don't have.
it came out after the vanilla version. You probably don't have it.
But I didn't buy. I didn't buy Deus
Unless
Ex
you like
like.
just recently got it, you probably don't have it. Because the director's cut came out not that long ago. It came out like the Wii U version. Because I think it came out when the Wii U version came out last year
Oh,
or whenever that was. The Wii U came out
no, the Wii U came out like 2 years ago
that year.
or something like that. I have no idea.
So I checked my PSN because I thought I had it on PS3, but I didn't. Because I saw it really cheap one day, and I was like, thought I bought it. But I know I had it on Steam, but I just wanted to see if I had it on PS3 because I wanted to play on PS3. I was like, oh, I guess I'll play it on PC then. So now I'm playing it on PC because I wanted to
Oh,
play the director's cut, even though I haven't played through the PS3 version. So I guess I'll do that maybe, but
wait,
not
wait,
anytime soon.
play it though on the PC.
I'm playing it on PC, but I've already played through it on 360 and PC. So
Oh, yeah.
that was one of the games I double dipped on. Well, triple dipped, but whatever.
Why'd you do that?
I didn't know RPG. I didn't know what was going on in those times. Those were weird times for me. I just liked the game so much. I had to play it again because I can't play the version I already own because I already have the achievements. So yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember. I look back now and I'm like, what was I doing? What was I doing? Are you there, Tropical? Or are you still having issues?
No, I'm here.
Okay.
Ah,
It's just sometimes it's very choppy.
So is that all you've been playing RPG?
yeah, I think so.
Alrighty. So what was your middle or your question time?
Oh,
question?
it's actually Tekken's question. So Mortal Kombat came out this week,
Did it?
and something that he mentioned was
I have a
in all the
question.
Mortal Kombat games, there's something called the Crypt, which is basically all the unlockable stuff. So you play a bunch and you unlock more and more things. And in the last one, there's things like new costumes, different fatalities, concept art, just lots of random junk. And apparently, you can buy access to all of it. So with real money. So instead of like it's a weird thing. Instead of playing the game, like this is the reward for playing the game. But if you just want the reward and you don't want to play the game, you can just buy it.
which kind of defeats the purpose.
Yep.
Well, so it's weird. So yeah, like Tekken's question was, is it, and I think it's a good question. Is it worse that it exists, or is it worse that some people will buy it?
Mm, I think it's probably like, well, I think it's probably like worse that people will buy it. Because I mean, I understand why. I guess they would do it for people who don't really want to. I don't know. It's I don't know. That's it's kind of loaded because it's like it's
Yeah, I
not
thought it was very
necessarily.
simple when I first heard it, and then I was like, wait, no, is it worse that way, or is it worse the other way?
Yeah, because it's like it's not. I wouldn't really say it's like worse either way, but it's like it's one of those things like I can kind of see why they would do it for like people who maybe just want to play the game. They're not like concerned with like maybe playing like 20,000 battles without getting hit or something to unlock something or whatever. It's like it lets them just like enjoy the game without the hassle of whatever it takes to unlock the thing. But at the same time, I guess it's kind of like you're getting it, it's like you're kind of like cheapening your achievements kind of because it's like, well, you're getting these, they're not really rewards at that point. It's kind of just you're just buying stuff. So I don't know, but I mean that's pretty much what DLC is though, is you buying extra costumes and content and stuff. So I don't see, so it's not like strange that they would have something like that. But I don't know. It's like personally, it's like for me, it would kind of just take like some of the fun out of unlocking the stuff if I could just buy it and just. I mean, although at the same time they're not requiring you to do so, so it's not that bad because like you don't have to buy this thing. You just can if you don't want to go through the trouble of unlocking stuff. So it's not like terrible, but it also means that the company will just find other ways to like make you pay for stuff, and it's kind of a semi cash grab.
I think it's worse that it exists just because it like every season achievements the experience. Like to me, it's like I guess thinking about it like after Tropical like phrases as a question because I didn't think of it as a question when I made the comment, but like it's like okay, when I buy a game, I'm going to like play through it, and then if I unlock stuff, I unlock stuff. It's like to me to like buy the game and then on top of that pay even more to unlock stuff I could just unlock from playing the game. No, that is just terrible. Like and it wouldn't be like that if that was not the case where it was not monetized. Like if it wasn't monetized, that option would not be there. So it's like that kind of like is like the chicken or the egg chicken whatever. So it's like if that's not there, then there's no option to like be like hey. You want the grip unlock? You want the grip unlock? $20, dude. $20, dude. Later. $20. And it's like that if that's not there, that just completely removes it from the equation. Where it's just like, oh, I'm just gonna play through the game and then play through the crypt. And if I don't like it, I'll just stop plop because it's not worth playing through. So it's like at that point, I know it's not worth it to get all this stuff in the crypt and be like, oh, I'm free. I've moved on. Yeah. Because I remember for not Deception, but I think it was Daily Alliance. Like that game, it took me forever to unlock everything in the crypt, but the sense of like empowerment of like yes, I did it, yes. Just after I got everything, I was like yay, and just like or like when you go through it and you like find all the cool little trinkets of like oh that's cool, or oh look at that video, or oh look at that concept art. It's like oh it's like and you like the sense of excitement. It's like oh it's behind this door. I don't know. Let me spin my tokens to see what I got in the crypt this time. Oh I got this. Oh cool. As opposed to like get it all at once, and then that's kind of I have completely destroyed my emotional impact I get from unlocking anything in it because I don't get anything out of it because it's all there because I just spent real money on it. I'm such an idiot. So yeah, it should not exist, but it does.
Well, I don't know. It's just one of those things where it's like like I said, if someone's just like playing the game just for the enjoyment though, it kind of like it takes the pressure off of them though to have to do anything not like it because it's like not everybody's gonna be. It's one of those situations where it's like you might enjoy like a fighting game but not be good at them kind of thing, and it's like well you might not be able to do whatever they need you to do to like unlock because like some games require you to like play a certain number of matches, or like you have to do this and this without, or like flawless victories or whatever, like whatever like requirement
Yeah,
it
but
takes for them to
there's
do
no
it. It's
like,
like they might not be
I'm
able
pretty
to.
sure like the crypt, the way it is like still the same as the PS2 version, where you get coins from whatever you're doing, and then you can just go spend them later. It's not like a certain criteria
Yeah.
has to be met of you have to do this, you have to do that.
Yeah.
It just gets it to, it's like the made up currency in the game for like doing whatever. You don't have to like do anything specific to get them.
Mm. Um,
I mean, well, okay, so it's sort of different. Like the crypt is just one example. That's the one that I think is sort of in my mind. It makes no sense. Like what Tekka was saying. Like, I mean, if you take it to its furthest conclusion, it's basically, hey, I went
Chopping
out
up the game and
yesterday.
then like paying on top of the game that you've already bought.
Or no, it's even crazier than that. It's like I bought a
paying
game
game.
yesterday for $60, but I don't feel like playing it, so I'm just gonna pay another $40 to have it just be done. And it's like, so you paid $100
To
to
not play a game.
buy, yeah, to not play a game, or yeah, you spent $40 to not play a game that you spent $60 for. It makes like logically that doesn't make any sense to me, and that I think that's what the crypt is sort of like because nothing you I mean there are things that you get in the crypt that are like, oh, now I have this different move, but I don't think there's anything generally in there that makes that enhances the gameplay in any way. It's just like stuff, it's just extras. But one of the other microtransactions is easy fatalities.
Mm.
Basically, I guess for people who can't input the fatalities at the end and they really want to use them, so there's simple inputs where you just hold down a trigger and you push a button, and these can be unlocked by playing the game, or you can pay real money to get them.
Mm.
Mm. Well, so my response, I think I'm more disturbed that people will pay for it. Because I feel like if people wouldn't pay for it, then they wouldn't even go make it either.
Mm,
And the logic that I was just talking about is like, I'm gonna pay more money so I don't have to play the game that I bought, which only exists to be played. That is a weird concept. Like, imagine in other genres, like if you bought the new Final Fantasy, $60, and then what RPG is saying is like, oh, I want to experience Final Fantasy, but I don't have time to play it, so I'm just gonna spend another $40, and it just unlocks all the movies or whatever. So for $100, I can watch all the Final Fantasy movies, cutscenes in the game. I guess if I got that kind of money to throw around,
No, no,
if
not
someone
like
is willing to throw that kind of money around, why shouldn't you take it?
I don't know. I think it, like I said, I think part of the option of it being there may just be for people who aren't good at stuff or something. I don't know. Like the crypt probably, like I said, I've only played like one Mortal Kombat since like the first one came out, so I don't know the full like details of how it works. But it's like I feel like if there is content like it in other, like, if say for instance like in other games where if there is like some type of like the only way to unlock some certain thing is there is like some weird requirement that you just aren't capable of doing kind of thing because you're just, I don't know, you're just not good at inputting the commands or whatever, then it's like if you can just pay for it, then it's like it's easier for you to just do that, and then you could just enjoy the game after the fact, as opposed to you're not necessarily, I guess, paying to not play the game in certain situations. Like, because like for instance, like I've played Street Fighter games, and I'm not that great at fighting games. It's like they're basically like the stealth for me and stealth kind of thing. And it's like I enjoy some of them, like the Marvel vs. Capcom games or whatever. But it's not, I'm not necessarily like great at them or anything. But it's like if there was a way to, but there's sometimes there's like, in order to unlock certain things, it's like you have to like get like 30 flawless victories or some crap with a certain character just to unlock their extra whatever's kind of thing. It's like if it's something I'm not capable of doing, then it's just like, well, if I could just pay like $1 and then it's like it'll get it for me, and then it's like that's fine, and I'll still play the game. It's just that now I don't have to have so much pressure on me for trying to like do this ridiculous requirement that I'm not capable of doing just to do it. Because for me, stuff like that makes it not fun when I have to like do stuff. When I have to try so hard to do something, and I'm just like, okay, this just stopped being fun for me, and then I'm not gonna want to play it. But if I can just get past that and just play the game without any of that you know uh, added frustration, then it's like okay, that's fine. So I don't think it's necessary or necessarily like people are just buying this stuff so they don't have to play the game. I'm pretty sure people who are unlocking this way are still playing the game. They just did it so they don't have, but now they don't have to worry about how many coins they're getting from these battles or whatever. They can just kind of just play and just enjoy themselves without necessarily being like, okay, I have to replay this battle over and over again, or I have to do this over and over again to get. It's just like now you're just playing and not concerned about that stuff because it's there for you already. So you could just be happy you have your game and just play it whenever and without all the added pressure kind of thing.
I guess that's like the one instance it would make sense if you wanted instant gratification and you're just like, I just want it. I don't care. I just want to. But then that's so weird to me. It's like I'm sorry. It's like I thinking about
Well, once
that.
again,
Like,
though, you're not required to buy it because it's there. So it's just an option for people who may need it. You don't necessarily need it. You can still play the game normally and not spend an extra dime on it if you want. So it's like it's not required that
Well, none of
you.
us have the new
Yeah,
Mortal Kombat, right?
no.
I don't. No.
Okay. Yeah, like I think because an RPG you've never played one that had the crypt.
I've played 9 or the one that came out before
Okay.
this
Well, that
current
one
one.
had the
So
crypt.
that one had it. Yeah.
I mean, I guess the thing, like what you're talking about is more kind of like Mass Effect 3, how that worked. It was like, yeah, I can play hundreds of hours. I'm not good at playing gold level, so I just gotta play bronze. But I get like almost no credits for bronze, so I have to play tons and tons and tons of bronze matches to maybe get the weapon that I want to get. Or I could just buy it, have the gun that I want to use, and then just play the game with the gun I want to use.
Yeah.
That sort of makes sense. But then the crypt, and again, I guess none of us have it, but for me, like the crypt was sort of it was the reward. The reward for your playtime in Mortal Kombat is unlocking the crypt. And so if you can just that's why this one makes no sense to me. Like if you can just buy the reward, why it doesn't
Yeah,
enhance the
it's like
game
there's
in
no
any
incentive
way.
value to me to like to do that because it's like once you've done that, it's like okay, well, what now? I mean, yeah, you could play for fun, but I mean,
Yeah. How dare you play a game for fun? You would never want to
I
do
would say
that.
the vast majority of people that are playing for fun, they would have just unlocked that over time anyway, like all the stuff in the
Yeah.
vault or the crypt.
Like if the people playing for fun, at least, in the case of Mortal Kombat, I feel like they would just be playing the game and they wouldn't even worry about the crypt. Like buying the crypt unlock, it it's like the Final Fantasy thing where it's like you just bought all the movies. So and that's all you wanted to see. So you had to
Mhm.
buy the game and then you had to buy all the movies, to have them unlocked, and then you just like watched all the movies and it's like, well, I don't need to play the game.
Well, maybe that's people
That's
are.
a really weird thing. But
It is
like
a
I
weird
understand
thing
from
to
a
like that, but
business
I mean,
standpoint, like that's awesome. That's awesome money. It's just like, oh my gosh, like we spent all this money building the game so that people who want to play the game can play the game, but we can also get more money from people who
don't want
want
to play the game.
want to see the game but not play it.
Because maybe you just like the story or something. Because I mean, like, say, like for you, for instance, you have trouble getting through Final Fantasy games, so it's like, in the situation where you could, I mean, you probably wouldn't spend that kind of money, but it's like if it was like cheaper or something, it's like okay, you could still get through like get the story and everything without having to actually play it because you have other things to do like taking care of a family and everything. It's like, well, it's an easy option for you because it's like, well, it's there, and I could
Yeah, like
just
perhaps if I could buy, the movie, Final Fantasy IX, the movie, then I would have just gotten that. But this
that's just what
instance
you
is
needed.
strange because it's like
It's been
the
years.
base product is a game which exists only for one reason. It exists
Mhm.
to be played, and to get people to play it, they offer incentive rewards. Like, oh, if you play our game more and more, we will give you these little rewards. They don't really mean anything, but there's that feedback loop. It's like, oh, I've played 100 rounds, I got these many coins, and you go and unlock stuff. It's like, oh, cool, now I got these rewards. It's like, these are kind of cool rewards, I want more of them, and then you go back and you play more. Like, that's the loop. So when you start with that base and then you add on something where it's like, hey, those rewards that we're giving you, you can just buy them. You don't have to play the game, and we'll just give them to you. And it's like, the person who says awesome, like, in their mind, it doesn't, like, that part doesn't make sense to me. It's like, in their minds, like, awesome, I can get the rewards without playing the game. Yes, this is what I want to do.
See, that's the thing.
So
Like,
in
why I
that-
think this
yeah.
is so evil. It's like, that wouldn't exist unless they knew they could make money out of it, which is why it probably does exist. Is like they're like, well, we could charge for it and people would buy it. And they're like, well, we don't suggest that players should do this, but if you want to, here you go.
Well, it's just
Which is insane. Like, it. So for me, like, that's why I think it's worse that people will buy it, because it makes total sense for the publisher to do it if people will buy it, because that is just weird money that people are just giving you, and you're like, thank you. The people who are buying it, like, their logic doesn't make sense to me. It's like they're just throwing their money out. It's like, oh yeah,
This is American
Mortal
Tactical.
Kombat.
I can do whatever I want
but I
with my
don't want to
money.
play it. So here you go. Give me the rewards, so I can skip the game. Thank you.
It's a free country. I'll do whatever I want with my money. $20. Unlock the crypt.
I think it makes perfect sense
Is
because
it $20?
Yeah,
Okay.
or $19.99 on the PSN store.
Just,
same difference. I mean,
I mean, so Tekken has spent for the rest of us an insane amount of money on Mass Effect 3 DLC.
and Mass Effect
But
in
that's-
general, because then he buy like 4 different versions of it.
Not
This-
Well,
important.
only the Mass Effect 3 stuff is the type that we're like, really? Because it was consumable. It's like, it's just gone. Or it's not just gone. It's turned into weapons that if he stops playing the game, then they're gone. Or if they shut down the servers, all that stuff is gone.
And the fact that it's like random unlocks, so that was just dumb too. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's like you don't even know if you're gonna get anything. Never again, Bioware. Never again.
I mean, you say that, but then it'll probably
But
happen
that's
again.
almost kind of reasonable. Like, you get almost nothing playing bronze ones. Like, for me to get all the unlocks that Tekken has gotten in Mass Effect 3 would take, and considering the pace that I play things at, it would,
years.
in this lifetime, I would never see them.
Like you would have had to go through several console generations by the time you got it.
Yeah. If even. I don't,
Yeah.
basically, yeah, I don't think
That's
it would
optimistic.
happen. So, if I happen to have more money on hand than I had time, it would make sense for me to be like, yes, if my goal is to reach where Tekken is in unlocks in Mass Effect 3, I should just buy a ton of whatever the currency was called in that one and then get it that way.
I think it's just credits.
I guess like another thing about this is like, it kind of sets a precedent where it's like if every game was like this and it was like priced and structured like this, it would just get to a point where it's like I feel dirty and like I feel like the publishers are just mining me for my money and just like spinning me over and be like, Tekken, we want your money, we're gonna mine you for it, and then like, oh no, and then just yeah, it's like
I think that, yeah, that's sort of a different topic. That's
it
just
feels like a
like,
slippery slope too, because it's like, well, we could just keep chopping up the game into even smaller parts and then selling them and making the base game smaller, and then it'll be closer to a free-to-play model and just keep making it more and more freemium, and just by the time there's nothing left in the base game, you'll be paying for chunks and giant swaths of what used to be the base game, but you'll be paying money, ha ha ha, or you'll be forced to play for hundreds of hours to unlock it all, ha 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 ha.
Not
Yes.
hundreds of hours. No.
I'm actually totally okay with the types of games where it's like you can get everything. It's just going to take you a long time. And then you can pay to bypass a little bit of that time. But, the crypt one, I think, particular was the one that struck me. It was like, you want to bypass the entire game? Why? What is there left to do then? The
To
game is...
just play it.
Yeah, it just makes no sense.
Makes sense to me.
No sense.
People just don't have time. Maybe they have so many games where they're like, well, now I just want to play this for fun, and then be able to put it down.
Oh
and
yeah,
then
because
the other
it's been
stuff.
raining AAA, quadruple A titles on the PS4.
It
Yeah.
totally might have been. I don't. You don't know their life, Tekken. You don't know their life.
Well, I feel sorry for them because they're wrong. They have terrible taste.
Yes, they have weird. I mean, if you have no time to play the game, then why did you buy the game?
Because you thought
And
you did.
if you
Tropical.
if you
thought
bought
did.
it and then decided to just bypass the game, then I don't know. Wouldn't it have been cheaper to just stop? Like, if your goal is to finish the game,
Mhm.
or if your limitation is that you don't have time, why would you buy all the rewards for the game so that you could just be finished with it?
That's exactly
Like,
the point.
I don't know. That's,
You'd be finished with it.
it makes
'cause,
no
like,
sense.
Yay! I totally did it, and I did it in a short amount of
Actually, you
time.
didn't. You just bought it, so you didn't do it.
But no one will know that. No one will know that.
Actually, we'll all know that if this kind of trend continues. If we see it appear in another game, it's like, well, somebody didn't finish the game. They just bought it.
See, it's essentially like it's like if Call of Duty had something where it's like unlock your level 60 character without even playing multiplayer. Like, why would you do that?
I'm just gonna buy full prestige.
Yeah.
It doesn't give me anything, but well, I guess you're buying the emblem. The makes no sense.
It makes perfect sense. Those are some pretty emblems.
Okay, I think we should move on to the news. I mean, because there is no answer to this, but it is disturbing. And there was a lot of interesting stuff in the news that we can talk about. So,
Was there?
Tegan, you have news, right?
Yeah, Rock Band live, the Rock
Woohoo.
Band.
You mean Guitar Hero?
Or, I'm sorry, guitars.
Yeah.
There is also a
that
new
last discussion
Rock
has me
Band.
so fired up. I'm forgetting game names. I'm just like Activision. I don't want to speak of any third titles, but yeah.
Actually, this is really cool. This is like the anti DLC.
I haven't looked into it. I know there's a trailer, but I just saw it on Twitter, and I was like, but I'm kind of like whatever. I don't care about Rock Band.
Oh,
So
you,
it's like,
you didn't see
I
it?
didn't even look at the trailer.
It's really neat. So the trailer is actually gameplay
I
footage.
just saw something about like the screen is flipping or something weird, or rotating.
No, so what it is the game is first person now when you're playing career mode, but it's not like 3D rendered graphics. It's actually live action video. So it's a first person view of a person. Like, let me start over. It's first person view. You're standing on a stage, and there are like hundreds of thousands of people in front of you, and these are real, actual people. And
Are they real actual people?
yeah, they're not CG people; they're real people.
They're like,
And like the
human.
band around you are all real people also, and they will react in real time or in pseudo real time to how well you're doing in the game.
Neat.
So it's pretty cool. The way they do it, like, it's not that elegant. I was thinking, like, oh man, this is, in my first thought was, this is, the next step obviously is that they're going to put this on VR. so
Yeah.
that you're standing on the stage, you're looking around, and you can just see what's happening. It doesn't seem like it's quite there at this point. It's what happens is like if you do badly at certain points, it will like the video clip that's playing on the screen will switch to the one where you're like not doing well. And they'll be like there's some sort of they've described it as like the Call of Duty effect when you get hit and there's that sort of redness around the screen. So your screen sort of gets blurry and then that's used as like a mask to switch to the crowd booing you footage.
Oh my.
And like the band members will also respond. They'll be like, "What are you doing, man? Come on, pick it up." And yeah, it sounds like a really neat idea. It's like
I don't know,
everyone-
man. That carry effect of just a crowd of people being mean to me. I don't know if I can take that.
It's like a nightmare.
Yeah.
waiting to happen.
I don't know if it's gonna be awesome, but I appreciate that they're trying to do different stuff. You know, easily they could
Yeah.
have gone. It's like, yeah, we'll just make it 1080p, 60 frames a second, and more songs.
That wouldn't matter if you're just looking at tracks going
I
down a
just about to
highway.
say, it's like,
Yeah.
really,
But that's the easy way to do a new Guitar Hero, and they're like, "No, we're gonna do this thing," and it has with this. There's a totally unique look. The guitars are new, plastic controllers. So instead of I think it was like 6 buttons next to each other, it's like 3 buttons closer to your palm and 3 buttons higher up. So they're the 3 buttons are all the 6 buttons are all in the same position on the neck, except like there's high ones and there's low ones. And so it's sort of more realistically approximate like what you do with your hands when playing guitar. And then the cool part, and this is the anti-DLC part, but it seems like all of the songs are free on the cloud. So the other half of the game that isn't Guitar Hero Live is Guitar Hero TV. And basically it's a few different channels that are playing different Guitar Hero tracks 24/7. And you go on and you just play whatever's playing. And if you don't like the song on one channel, you can switch to another channel.
Wait. So the Guitar Hero TV thing, it's like stations of songs, and you just like that is the playlist of like whatever until they change it.
Yeah,
And
you
so-
jump in and you're just playing
That's pretty cool.
what's there. And there's just like, I guess all the music is there now. So instead of, you getting the disc and it has certain music, I mean, I'm pretty sure that will be the case for people who don't have internet. But for people who do have
Oh,
internet,
man, that is pretty cool.
it's like this giant
Yeah, it's
catalog.
a giant catalog.
is going through. And so you don't have to go and buy a bunch of DLC every time you want a new song.
And then you just keep refreshing it. That's really good.
Yep. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. I may have read that totally wrong, but that's how I've interpreted it so
Is it
far.
supposed to be
There was a
something
headline that definitely said all the songs are now on the cloud, and I was like, that is
I love how
That's
we're just like speculating without reading the article.
I did read the article.
Oh, okay.
But no, that was like another headline. I read this one article, and it was talking about the channels, and I was like, huh, so do you like, how is that going to work pricing wise? And then I saw the other article, and it said, oh, they're just all on the cloud. I was like, oh, so it's just included
Well,
with
this is
the game.
Activision. I don't know, man. I think it'll be like a $5 pass to each channel. It's like you want some metal, you want some alternative, you want some whatchamacallit? I can't.
Even if
bluegrass.
that's the case, it's sort of the difference between Blockbuster and Netflix. Before it was like you go and you get whatever movies you want, but you paid per movie.
Yeah.
And then Netflix came around and
Yeah,
it's like,
I
oh,
agree.
you pay the subscription and you get access to everything. Yes, it's Activision, but Call of Duty, they could have easily charged a subscription fee for that, and they haven't.
Yes.
So
You say that now, Tropical, but I think
I think their DLC is way more lucrative.
I think Call of Duty is kind of not so hot, so not as hot as it
No.
used to be. So maybe not so much anymore.
Back in the day, they could have done something like that, and they didn't. It's crazy that no one else has. PlayStation started doing it.
Well,
Like,
didn't
my
EA
opinion,
with the Vault thing try to do that to
I
an
mean, they're
extent?
trying to get that kind of money, but no one has gone. Like PlayStation and Xbox both say, "Hey, you want to play online? Pay us money." Whereas like Battlefield, they don't say, "You want to play Battlefield online? Pay us money every month." Like, so far, no one else has done it.
Well, the non-MMOs anyway.
That's right.
I don't think anybody could get away with it. I don't even think Call of Duty could at this point. I mean, maybe
I-
like I think they've missed their boat. Like they probably could have like when they were like just ridiculous,
Yeah.
stratospheric, meteoric, above everybody of like, haha, yes, Call of Duty, haha. But no, not anymore.
Maybe.
I mean, maybe, but I doubt it. Yeah,
I
I know I
don't.
wouldn't pay for it.
Well, considering the last
It's
segment
like
we just
I guess
talked
RPG.
about,
Actually, I guess
mean,
yeah. Mr. Negativity here, RPG. The hater, of course, would be like,
how
yeah,
how
it could
you guys
happen.
just
And
spent an
now I'm thinking,
entire
I think
segment
he's kind of
talking
right.
about this same thing, and you're trying to tell me now that it's not possible? Really?
That wasn't the same thing,
Yeah, it
It's
was.
just similar. There's no
Uh-huh.
subscription fee for the crypt. Just it's your one-time VRPG. Once you get that ticket, you're on the plane
It
to
cost about the same amount as it would cost
Fantasyland.
for like subscriptions or a season pass or whatever crap they're touting out to get money from people now anyway. But it's all the same thing.
I don't
It's
know.
all-
See, now I'm curious, Radical. I'm like super curious. Like in my heart is like it wouldn't work, and my brain is like, dude, money talks. They'd do it because they'd make money and it would work. Because yeah, people would be paying the fee, and then people would get rich.
Wait, what are we talking about?
The whole
For Call of Duty subscription?
yeah,
I don't think it could work at this point
or just any game
because there's
that's
just
not
so
MMO.
many. Yeah, like well, even in the MMO space, like people just don't have. I'm thinking it's the time. Like that's the reason that only World of Warcraft has basically survived as a subscription MMO, and everyone else they would come out as like, yeah, we're subscription and we're sticking to it, and then none of them could stick to it because otherwise you have no players. Like people, if once they're invested in one, they don't really have. I'm pretty sure it's the time. They don't really have the time to be invested in another one, and then so since they can't really play the other one, then the economics don't really work for them either. It's like, well, I can't really play this. Why should I pay a monthly fee to play it when I can't play it? So they stop, and then MMOs, you need lots of people to play, otherwise it's nothing special. And then, yeah, Star Wars had it. Elder Scrolls is going to do it.
Elder Scrolls. Yeah.
Tons of them that have shut down. They all had to do it. I think actually Eve Online still has a subscription, right?
I don't think so. I think didn't they go free to play?
Is Eve Online free?
I think their subscription actually. 'Cause
Are they? I could have sworn I
There's
saw
no one has a
that they aren't.
subscription.
would survive without subscription.
Yeah, they have actually Warcraft just started doing it where you can buy subscriptions with in-game money. And I think yeah, Eve had that. That's why there's that awesome story with the ship that was full of these subscriptions that got blown up. And it was like hundreds of maybe millions of dollars were lost.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's insane.
But then my brain is like, dude, Tekken, people are stupid. RPG's right. He may be a hater, but
How am I? You
sometimes.
guys just spent an entire segment against this, and I was the one being positive about it. And really, Tekken?
Whoa, there's a difference between being for and against and being positive and negative. Okay, I was not being a negative Nancy in the last segment, dude.
I don't think they could
Totally
do it.
were. What would
I don't
you
think
call
they could.
it?
It's called I may be for capitalism, but I am against the exploitation of users.
Wow, you can call it whatever you want. The fact of the matter is, you were all against it.
I was not like, this is terrible. Ugh. I didn't like this pause Z. NetherRealm Studios are terrible. I hate you.
That's
I'm a
basically
hater.
what you said.
Nobody's gonna buy this. This is terrible. It should be. You shouldn't even allow it. You should just have to unlock it by playing the game.
That's exactly what you were saying.
I'm such a hater. Let's see. We're talking about. Wow, we got like completely into
Oh,
Aimlessville. We went from talking about
Subject.
from Guitar Hero to like Call of Duty and subscriptions. Another new game that got announced was Star Ocean something something.
Star Ocean 5
I
is what we're going with because no one's gonna say that.
yeah,
stupid title.
something and something else. Star Ocean 5. That's the subtitle, right? Something and something.
It is something and something, but
Maybe
the words
that's
are
the
like something
podcast.
weird. So I was just like, I'm not gonna
something
quote
where
this.
something is not equal to something.
It's like
Right.
something in faithlessness or some crap like that. So I just call it Star Ocean 5. It's easier.
Exclusive to PlayStation 3 and 4.
Which is weird.
Yeah, after I saw the PS3 thing, I was like, Destiny. Sorry, I've had my experience with those games. Have been shackled to last gen.
It's
see what happens.
it's not the same though, because it's like
Are they not the same game?
no, I meant like the type of game like Destiny and Star Wars. You can't really compare the whole PS3 PS4 thing because it's not the same model of game, so it wouldn't be that much of an issue.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
guess,
they've had
like-
Star Ocean games on the previous generation consoles that are still full on games, so it's not like they have to sacrifice anything.
I'm not saying anything's going to be sacrificed. I'm just saying it's not going to be as awesome as it could be, being held back
I'm
by
sure
the PS3 version.
I'm sure, like I said, I'm sure it's going to be a full game like the previous PS3 one was, without much of a problem. They just happen to be on a PS4. If anything, it's probably going to be the other way around. They're just going to port it to the PS4. It's not going to be like them doing the PS4 version and basing it based on whatever the PS3 is limited to
Well,
do.
that is being shackled to
Eh,
past generations.
not
That's
really, because it's like,
like-
it could be a situation where they weren't even planning on doing, but it just happened to be like, there's a PS4, let's just port it, call it a day, and there's still just,
That's just that sounds great, RPG. Can't
No,
wait.
I'm just I feel like that's a lot of times. Well, because it's the same thing that what happened with like Persona 5. It was initially just PS3, and then they decided to put it on the PS4 as well. So it's probably the same situation where they're just like, well, the PS4 does exist, so we might as well just port it for people who have it, just in case they don't have a PS3 and they skipped a generation kind of thing. So it's not like it may not necessarily be, oh well, we can only do so much with this console or something, so let's limit it or something. I'm pretty sure it's just going to be they just happen to be porting it because it's like, well, it exists. So
I guess it's great because they do need that money because they're so good at making games all the time on schedule.
if they needed money, then they probably should have made it multi-platform, because it's weird that it's not on the 360.
Well,
or
supposedly it doesn't sell well, so who knows?
Star Ocean sold better on the 360 than it did on the PS3 last time it was released. Not to mention it was actually on the 360 first.
Well, like I said, dude, if they knew what they were doing, and clearly they don't, so hey, Square
Well, it's
Enix.
not it's Tri-Ace, though. They may have decided not to develop it. I mean, Square Enix can't force them to make a 360 or a Xbox One version. It's their game.
Or they could be like, International Edition 6 months later.
That probably is what's going to happen.
But the sweet, sweet deliciousness that wasn't in the PS4 version.
I mean, I think from my understanding, the stuff that was in the international version for the PS3 wasn't really major, so it wasn't like you were missing anything. Although I haven't played the international version, so I don't know for sure. But I mean, the 360 one was a full game, so I don't think I missed anything. So yeah, I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal.
Yeah, I think this is my new thing. Is like when I see a game announced, it's like PS4 and PS3. It's like, ugh, no thanks.
Yeah, you can't let the fact that Destiny sucked like
Whoa,
other
Whoa.
games because
whoa,
of stuff like that.
whoa. There's a difference between being a bad game and just like being held back by last gen. Okay, I can't help it. They're like, oh, well, we don't want to take a risk here. Nobody's gotten PS4 that's gonna go on to be the best-selling console of all time.
They did it for the 360 and the Xbox One as well. I mean, you
I'm
can't
just
just blame it on
saying,
the
I don't play it on those
PS3.
platforms, so it doesn't matter to me.
On the other one too.
Not relevant to conversation. Nah.
You do have a 360.
I,
Oh,
but I don't play Destiny on it though, or PS3. So you know,
well,
and they're holding my
don't.
games back. So it's like, dudes, ladies of the
Well,
game development sphere, stop it.
investing in development for them before the new generation of consoles came out, though.
Yeah, but
So then,
still, you know, just pull
was it?
a dying light and be like, we're gonna put a bullet in it, and it's cool.
So then, for those people who were excited about it but couldn't afford
Yep,
to
we're
get
gonna take
like
their happiness
PS,
away.
wow,
It's like it's kind of
wow,
like the opposite of Final Fantasy 15. It's like we're not gonna change the name and make it more awesome. We're just gonna like enhance it. Actually, no, I guess this is kind of like that. It's like yeah, it's like sorry, dudes and ladies,
that's a,
it's gonna take time anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and just
well,
enhance it to make it even more awesome. And you and character will be too busy being happy about it. So yeah,
they can't be happy about it because they won't be able to get it anymore.
but they will. RPG, they just gotta buy the hardware.
Wow, that that is not. That is kind of. I don't know. That could be a
That's
big
how that
barrier
works,
to entry
dude. It's like you
for some
can't
people.
play the game without the hardware, and well,
Yeah. Well,
sometimes that happens.
what if they couldn't get the hardware just yet, and they were like, "Yay, I still have a game to play on my PS3 until I can get the hardware." But now
Well,
it's like,
it's
haha,
been 10 years,
pull the
dude.
rug
There's plenty of
onto you.
games to play. Sorry. Tell someone who
Wow,
cares, because I don't.
that's kind of messed up. That's kind of messed up.
F them.
Wow, you're kind of the worst. You're kind of the worst.
Some other stuff. Let's see. So there's a bunch of Bandai Namco stuff that got announced today. One of them was a Tell something something or other.
Probably. Wait,
That
I don't
one
think
RPG.
that announced.
The
That
Z
that was
one
announced a
is coming
long
out
time
in the
ago.
West in the fall.
Oh, that means it's done then, because it would have to be coming out in Japan like soon. If that's the case.
Oh, I just remember the other news story. I was like trying to remember where we got. Thank goodness.
Zestria.
Zestria. That one. I saw the trailer.
Although
It looks pretty good.
I'm
I was,
kind
I
of
was,
iffy on it though, because it seems like they're moving back towards the high fantasy thing, which I was kind of happy they had moved away from to begin with. But it's like, no, 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 I don't know. Because that's why I was kind of happy that the Final Fantasy games kind of moved away from it too. Because I mean, I'm kind of, it's like you can only do so much fantasy. Where it's kind of just like the whole World War II thing with Call of Duty. It's like you kind of get glad when they finally decide to do something else. It's like, okay, thanks. But then it's like now you're going back to it. It's like, I don't know. Well, I mean, I'm still gonna buy it, but it's just like I'm just gonna hold back my expectations until you know actually get it, kind of thing. Because maybe it might turn out to be like completely awesome, and it's like, you know what, this is okay. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, we'll see. I mean, the Tales games have been doing pretty. They've been making some pretty good ones recently. So, I mean, outside of Exilia 2, but it's like they've been doing all right. So I can have some faith in Zestria.
Also, Godzilla the game, which has a bunch of Godzilla monsters fighting each other. So, you know, if you've been wanting your Godzilla monster fighting each other fix,
Who hasn't?
there you go. PS3 and PS4 as well with that one.
Oh, that means it's gonna suck then, because clearly you can't make a good game on the last generation consoles anymore, according to
I'm not
Tekken.
saying they
So
all suck.
that's pretty much
I'm
what
just
you
saying
said.
one will suffer.
Why,
Case
why
in
does
point,
why does it
Shadow of
have to
Mordor, PS3
suffer?
and 360. Not that hot, just saying.
Why does it have to suffer? Why can't it just be like it's an awesome game on the previous gen and then it just happens to maybe just look better or something on the current gen?
Because
It doesn't
RPG,
necessarily have to
that's
suffer.
not good enough. I don't want the same game with better visuals. It has to be like across the board. This game is an amazing experience. And
But
if you look at PS3, it's
why?
like this game is
I,
not.
that why is
Clearly,
that
it was.
necessary? It's like if they were developing this game for the previous generation in the first place, they shouldn't be forced to like be like, well, let's start from scratch and just make a completely different, better game for these new consoles just because they're here, kind of thing. It's just like
You don't have to start from scratch. You can just, take that foundation, shine it up real nice, and be like, yeah, this is so much better now. It's like at least twice as better because we couldn't do this on PS3.
no, you've let this generation ruin you. No, no, that's just it's getting ridiculous. It's like if they're doing this, then they should just make a good experience, and then if it happens to be able to look better on the next one, then that's fine. If not, then it's still a good game. It just happens to just not be PS4 level quality or some
Not
crap.
PS4 level quality means it's not worth buying. What are you talking about?
How's it not worth? My God.
You're speaking craziness right now.
Wow, you are ridiculous. You are ridiculous.
That's why I only play PS3 games on my PS3. Why would I play a game that's on PS4 on my PS3? No. Why?
This generation is terrible. I officially don't like this generation anymore.
Share button. RPG. You can share button on PS3. Just say
It has corrupted you, Tekken.
share button.
It has corrupted you.
I like it. Okay, I don't care. F them.
No!
Yeah, PS4. PS4 forever. That's what the 4 stands for. Yes. Yes. PS forever. Sorry.
Now I'm almost afraid of what's going to happen next gen.
Backwards compatibility with PS4. PlayStation 4 confirmed.
It's like, the PS4 was okay, but this PS5, though, if it's not this, then it's not good enough. It's like, but you were just saying the same thing about the PS4 before. Nope. PS5 or bust. So, I don't know. If these generations are going to make you...
I have needs, okay? I have needs. Just saying.
Why can't you... I don't understand why your needs can't be satisfied by a previous generation game. I mean, it's not like...
Inferior. Yeah.
Wow. Just, wow.
Holding itself back. Yeah.
How is it holding itself
Not living
back?
up to its potential. Yeah. Cancel delay. Yeah.
You're being ridiculous right now. You know that? You're being ridiculous right now.
Arkham Knight PS4. Cannot wait. Yes. Yes.
I just don't know how I feel about this now. Now, I don't know.
Sorry, RPG after this year's E3, it'll be like all those terrible PS3 games are gonna be washed away because they won't exist anymore. It's like, yes.
Terrible PS3. Oh my God!
It'll only be about PS4 all day, every day. Yes.
You're the worst.
I'm just saying, dude. I go back to play those games and I cannot help but look and say, man. I mean, it looks okay, but
don't listen
now
to
that
him.
I've seen the magical PS4 unicornness, there's no going back.
Don't listen
I've
to him.
seen better.
It's insane. Don't listen to him.
Forever. There's some One Piece game and some J-Star Victory Plus. I haven't watched the trailer yet, so it might look really cool.
I heard it wasn't that good though, so
Oh, well.
makes me sad. Although it could just be because people they're not familiar with a lot of the characters in the game, because not everybody is familiar with every anime ever. So there is that.
Oh yeah. So like the Lego, what is it called?
Dimensions.
Okay, so speaking of, well, this podcast.
We call ourselves Aimless for a reason. So if you're listening to us, you know by now.
Speaking of money pits that are running out of room, so there's the zoo. Why do I keep saying Zoolander? I'm sorry, Skylander.
Because that would be awesome.
Genre of games.
Zoolander, Infinity, the one that Skylander, and then the Lego one. Now, so and Amiibos. So are we reaching plastic guitar saturation here with the scan the Dilly?
The only thing is, it's like with the plastic guitar thing, they were all from the same like series kind of thing. With these Toys to Life games here, they're all different like licenses and stuff. Yeah, it's like, I mean, so it's kind of not the same, despite the fact that like the base is obviously the same. It's like you put the toy or whatever on the base, and it renders into whatever the hell it's rendering into. But it like they all, I'm assuming, have different gameplay models and obviously different characters and everything, since all of these things hold different licenses. Although I'm kind of curious as how they're going to work with the Lego, because they're all like the latest Lego sets have been like from licensed stuff, but it's like
Yeah, the Star Wars Lego sets, and I'm pretty sure they're not going to be in the Lego game. Probably, just saying.
well, not Disney owns it now, so they might not be able to do that anyway. So
Like I said, conflict of interest.
yeah,
But what about the children RPG?
F the children, just F
Oh
them,
my gosh.
F them in the B. But it's like, yeah, Disney wouldn't, yeah, because yeah, if some of these people own, actually Disney owns like a lot of things now that I think about it, so it's gonna be Lego wouldn't be able to use a lot of stuff. But yeah, I'm not sure how that would work with licensed stuff. 'Cause I
It
know there's like Lego.
it's not
Lego sets.
impossible. They make a ton of money
I
on
know it's
those
not
things.
impossible, but at the same time, would they have to like enter into like a like a crossover kind of deal where it's like, hey, we want to like use this licensed Lego set kind of, because like how does it work for like, I guess for like the Lego games or something, like when they used
That was
uh
before the Disney acquisition.
Yeah.
oh
Like there haven't been any
yeah,
Star Wars games recently, but the Marvel game was when Disney owned Marvel.
yeah, so but I mean did they didn't
Maybe they'll be cool. They're like, we have enough money. Pfft, you can use our Lego Marvel characters in your Lego game. We don't care about you. We
don't
have
have
infinity. Mwahaha. No Rocket Raccoon though. Sorry, he's exclusive.
I mean, yeah, like
would he
it
be?
works just like any other business deal.
He's a talking raccoon RPG. That's why, and he's the only one. So they can have him.
oh I mean
It may
I'm assuming
perhaps
though,
be
even if
more
they're
expensive.
I'm
Well, I mean,
assuming
it depends on who do you think has more to gain.
or
You know, I think Warner Brothers looks at it and it's like, we have
They have more to gain.
DC, we have Lord of the Rings under New Line, we have
Oh wait. Yeah, after I saw the
Um,
trailer, dude, they had like Wizard of Oz and Batman. I was like, Wizard of Oz and Batman. I kind of want to play that because I'm from Kansas. I was like, I
Yeah.
got all like giddy. I was like,
or and that Wizard of Oz was definitely the one from the Disney version.
it was it
Yeah, like theirs are by color.
oh
So if Dorothy is wearing that blue,
then that's all
then it's the
Yeah.
Disney version.
Interesting.
If the lion looks like that and is that color, then it's the Disney version.
Well, I guess maybe they don't really care. I mean, I guess
And like
But
Back
they're
to the
not-
Future is Universal, which isn't part of Warner Brothers. Back to the Future is in the game.
yeah, but I mean, what is Universal doing now anyway?
It's a Jurassic Lego game, so there might be some raptors that show up,
Hmm.
or
I don't know.
dinosaurs.
Maybe there's some back alley deal or something they have. It's like I mean, you could use them, but pay
back alley
royalties
deal.
or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, like I mean, they're not going to steal it. I mean, it's all going to be worked out.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm just saying, like,
Actually, it's hard to say how it's going to be with Dimensions right now. But deals have worked out. Like it was weird because they made the DC ones first, and I was like, okay, that makes sense because it's Warner Brothers, and who are they? Traveler's Tales, and so all that works. But then they did a Marvel one, and then there were Marvel toy sets. And I was like, aren't they direct competitors? But in the world of business, like sometimes you're competitors, but it depends on how much money we can make together. if we can make way more money together, then we should totally do that.
They tried to just solve it. It's like, well, we could compete, but if we combined our evil powers for greed,
wow.
there's
have
no
evil
stopping
powers.
us.
No stopping us. Good.
Let the hate flow through you.
I was just
Actually, I'm sort of excited for this one because my
'Cause you
my
have
biggest
all the other
complaint.
ones.
I never got Skylanders actually.
You say that,
I got
it's like
the Disney ones and some of the Nintendo ones, but no, like this one's exciting for me because my complaint with the other ones is that they aren't really toys. They're like little statues. You can't actually play with them except in the game.
figurine thur.
Oh yeah, I think me and Tekken were talking about that earlier because it was like, but with the Legos ones, you can actually play with
Yeah,
Legos. So
like potentially, and then like I guess they haven't really revealed details on that because in the trailer it shows the Batmobile comes out of the portal, and then when they send it back in, like he had built it in a different way. And it's like, so does the game know how you've built the thing that you're putting on the portal, or is it just a chip in the bottom,
probably
and
just a
so
chip.
the model in the game is always the same? I think that would be less cool. It would be so cool if you could build a physical thing and then put it on the portal, and then in the game it would appear as you had built it
That would be
in
that would
real
be
life.
awesome.
That
But,
would be really awesome.
I got
Would
my
that be
doubts on that one, Chapter.
would that be difficult to do though, or
It, I can think of two ways that you could do it, and I mean, well, I couldn't do it, so yeah, I think it would be difficult. But if they wanted to do it, they could make the game that way.
because that would be kind
I
of
think
awesome to have
that
like
would
some
be
kind of
really
crazy
awesome.
Lego thing and just like
Yeah.
this.
I think that would just destroy the other games. Like Skylanders, like once you've seen, the better one, you can't go back, and you just be like, the Lego one, like these are real toys and it's actually reflected in the game. Skylanders, like, it's just this thing. Oh, actually Skylanders did do that with the
with the
swap
switch
force.
body
Yeah.
things. Yeah.
So if Lego could go another step, and it's already Lego, which everyone already knows, and they know, sort of the stuff you can do with Legos, to have that be in the game, that would be amazing.
I would buy that.
That would be really cool.
'Cause that'd be kind of awesome. Like, yeah, sign me up, guys. Sign me up.
So do you think that we're at the max that we're going to have for these scan the thingy in the game thing, or do you think there's going to be more?
Well, who
Not
else,
yet.
who else
I
would be
think-
able to do it though?
Transformers.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That
Why
be
would you say that out loud?
Because RPG, I was thinking in my brain after talking to him, like, whose side am I on right now? Because it's like, I have Infinity, I haven't played it, and then it's like, I'm saying no to Amiibo, I don't care about Skylanders, and Lego kind of looks cool and has Batman, but it's like, I haven't tried to buy any of them at all. It's like, if I had to go for one, though, Transformers.
Transformers.
If the game wasn't terrible, the game part was awesome, it's like, oh my gosh, ugh. I don't know. I kind of need to. I'm completely not into the whole buying things thing right now of like buying collectible figurine crap. So it's like I don't think I'm going for any of them. Maybe I'll probably like cave in on a couple Infinity figure ships because I already have it. So Daredevil.
That would be cool.
And the rest of the Guardians of the Galaxy set that I don't have. So
Yeah, I don't think the Crash is really coming quite yet. Like, I think it can. When Amiibos were announced, I sort of thought, how is this sustainable? Now we have 3. But it seems to have been okay, because they're still sort of not all the same audience. I mean, I'm sure there's the guys out there who have all of them from all the different series. But yeah, I think you can still support a Lego one, especially because the Lego one feels different, inherently different in a way also. Once everyone is doing, like, man, if Transformers really jumped on and like G.I. Joe and just they suddenly decided, you know what, we can do it with all the toys. Toys aren't selling anymore. We're just gonna make it with all the toys. That's when you get the Crash.
that is wow. That was like the perfect answer.
All the toys. Just all of
It's
them.
like, you know what toys
Cabbage
need?
Patch Kids.
Everything.
Scanning chips and
My
you
Little
put in
Pony.
figures.
Oh my god, if they did Care Bears, I'd be all on top of that. Like, yes, let's do this.
Toys, all of them.
It'd be kind of like Toy Story when you think about it. Because it's like, it is all of the toys.
Exclusive to Disney Infinity. Sorry, PG.
Oh crap, I forgot about that. Oh, yeah.
Ash was going to announce all of the toys. That's the name of the game.
I would buy it.
It's a pad, and all the toys that they sell now have little chips in them.
It'd be like Wii
So you buy
Bounce
the
board.
toys,
It's just like
you play with the game.
a like monolithic
Yeah. It's just this
geometric
giant
object
thing,
shape that you just
so
put your
can
toys
the
on.
really, really big Transformers on there.
Oh man.
Awesome. I would start buying Transformers again. I miss those days.
Metroplex answers the call for the last time. Oh, this is awesome!
Man. Now, see, now I kind of want this to happen. Probably shouldn't, but it's too late.
Everybody at the like toy companies are like sitting at like a boardroom looking at like the sales figures for all the other people doing this. Are like, dudes,
All
ladies,
of the toys, guys.
all the toys, all the toys.
All of them. It's like, yes, get on that right now, guys. Get on it right now.
This Christmas, all the toys return.
Could you imagine at E3, like somebody just walks out on stage and it's like all of the toys, just all of them. It's like, oh my god! And if you look under your seat, all of them. Like I thought my seat felt a little bumpy. It was kind of weird. Like all of the toys, guys. Everyone here, all of the toys.
Barbie Dreamhouse, the game.
Why is it so dramatic?
I don't think I had any other games or news.
We're laughing about it now, but now we just caused it to happen. So it's
I know, right?
it's like, it's all fun and games until you kind of spoke it into existence. Although I kind of would play the Transformers one, though. I'm not gonna lie.
That
So
would be really cool.
if that does happen, yes.
I think they announced a Dissidia arcade game
That's
for
did.
Japan,
that was
right?
a while ago, but yeah,
Was that a while ago?
Yeah,
It was like a week and a half or something.
Like, I just saw footage this week, and I was like, wow.
because I saw it and I was like, well, these character models are awesome, but A, it's a fighting game. B, will it come to America? C, will it be on PS4 when it does? Because D, if it's on mobile or not, yeah, console, go yourself.
mobile.
Square Enix. Oh.
Well, so the article said that it's being built on sort of
Modified
customized
PS4,
PS4
yeah.
hardware for the arcade. It's a 3-on-3, and it's Dissidia fighting, and yeah, it's got that cloud model that everyone goes crazy over from the PS3 tech demo. Like, that's what they look like in the game.
So you're trying to go. I saw that tech demo and I was like just getting ready to be trolled at E3 by Square Enix to like show something, or like not even show it and be like, yeah, we're working on stuff, whatever, or just like show it and be like, not on PS4, it's on the smartphones or something.
But apparently, you know, if it's on
Or only in
customized
Japan,
PS4
huh?
hardware, it does make sense that it would appear on PS4 at some point. And then the other thing, like, I saw footage where they were comparing the arcade version versus the PS4 version. Even though I hadn't read anywhere that there was a PS4 version, so that was kind of interesting. You've played Dissidia, right?
I played the first one,
Okay.
I played
You
both.
don't.
and I
You don't like it?
don't like it.
Well,
Oh.
I think it's like
Well,
It's not like I don't like it. It's
the
just like I don't
the fighting
care for
mechanics
it.
are weird
Yeah,
though.
it's a weird fighting game because it's
I
unorthodox.
like it. It's cool.
It's different.
It's not the you have a health bar and so do you. It's here's bravery and other numbers and stuff.
Like, I don't like to do
And
math
a
when I play my
full
games.
3D stage you're fighting on where you can fly or teleport, grind rails. It's weird, but here you go. And that's all the
Well,
character
now-
models, and I was like, you know what I'd really like? Character models like these in a real proper Final Fantasy game. How about that, Square Enix? How about that?
I kind of already did that.
It's coming.
with-
It's coming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll believe it when I see a chapter call because
No, actually, well, so now I can use the backwards comparison that Dissidia is like PlayStation All Stars, right? RPG, right? The fighting system. You build up this other thing that you use to actually do damage.
Well, the only thing is though, because like we're with PlayStation All Stars though, it's like that's your like the specials are like the only way to win. Because like with Dissidia, it's the whole health and bravery things. Like it could be an either or situation, and they
Well,
have
only your brave attacks do damage to health, and that's how you win, right?
no. It's like
Isn't that how it works?
you can damage like both meters or something. It's like some weird system they have going on.
it
This
is
why-
weird. Because I don't even remember, and I'm not trying to because it'll get me confused.
But it's because it's like you can because from my understanding you can win you can win both ways. Like if you were able to either like take out their health or take out their like all the bravery or something, because it's like you there's like two different type of attack kind of things that you can do to do it. Or
Yeah, but it was like if you took out all of their bravery, then you got a huge boost of bravery, and then you could use your brave attack to take out all of their HP. Like taking out their HP was the only way to win. Pretty sure. Because I remember when people were debating, it's like PlayStation All Stars, like it should have Smash, and it's like people. Okay, on the one hand, you're blaming it that it's too much like
I just
Smash,
want to say
but
that kind of
also want it to be like Smash. And I would say to people like, no, it's like Dissidia. You do these attacks, which are sort of meaningless, which is like that's the way I viewed Dissidia back in the day. It's like, it's sort of like in the role playing games, they're sort of unrealistic for the sake of having longer battles. It's like if you get shot once in real life, you're dead. But that's not how it works in the games.
Well, that's not always true. I mean.
And so, you know, to make it in their fighting game, it's like, yeah, you do a lot of attacks and you hit each other because that's satisfying. But to make it sort of make sense, like, those don't kill them. You do all these attacks, but they don't kill them. Only certain attacks will kill them.
Although that's kind of similar to like how Resonance of Fate was, though, too, with the scratch damage and direct damage model thing, because it's like you can do like a ton of scratch damage and never kill something.
Yeah.
But you had to, but you could. It took like a lot more direct damage to actually kill something. So scratch damage did like all the damage, but it's like similar to that kind of thing. It's I don't know. They're all weird. Japan is weird. That's the only thing I say to that. They do strange things sometimes that don't make sense, but they turn out to be somewhat entertaining anyway. So it's like, okay, I can accept this.
I'm kind of excited. I think they there's a Gundam like versus game that's really popular, I guess, in arcades in Japan. And I think they looked at that and they're like, we want some of that.
I mean, it'll be cool if it comes here, but yeah, it'd probably just be console at that point, since arcade more or less dead here. So, I mean, yeah, I guess we see how it goes. Wait, could you do 3-on-3 battles in the city?
It was just one-on-one.
No.
Oh, okay, I thought so. Okay, wait, are you
like
sure?
Assist characters.
Okay, that's what it was. I was like, I could have sworn there was a way you could.
There's a 3-on-3 mode. I saw the trailer.
Because then it's like almost like the Marvel versus games, because now you have switch-in characters and stuff.
It's not the same as Marvel though. It's like all three versus all three at the same time. It's pretty crazy.
It's like the Gundam game.
Better. I'm all for that.
It was very much a Final Fantasy the fighting game fan service edition. The trailer.
Yes, I need to see this trailer because I don't think I've seen it, and it sounds like chaos, which I love chaos, because that's why I was excited when they announced that 8-person brawl thing for whatever the hell Smash Brothers is called now, and I was like, that sounds awesome.
This one's easy. It's just called Wii U.
Oh, even better. Because I always forget like which subtitle or whatever the hell they're doing, so I'm like, whichever one is that one. But yeah, that'd be cool. Because although, are you controlling all three at the same time? Because how would that work?
No, not you, but people are controlling them. Yeah.
Yeah. I keep thinking console and like, wait, that doesn't make sense. I was like, yeah, it's in an arcade, so it could be.
Well, they could, yeah. On console, it would just be online, probably.
Man, that would be awesome. Could you imagine? Oh my god, I want this game now. See, so now it kind of...
I don't know. I wouldn't get your hopes up about Japanese games with good netcode and online functionality. Just saying.
I mean...
They have a different internet to deal with there, which is better. So I guess they're lazy.
I have faith.
It's like, why do we have to optimize so much? Why can't America just optimize its internet?
Because that would make sense, and we can't do that here. Tropical. We don't make sense in this country. Because that makes sense. So we don't do it. America. Still using Fahrenheit when everybody else left behind years ago. Go us.
I don't know if they have used it.
But yeah, I would totally buy it if it did, because that'd be kind of awesome to have the the 3-on-3 melee thing going on with your favorite Final Fantasy characters and stuff. Man, I would be all about that. All about it. Why is that not happening right now? I'm moving to Japan.
Did we talk about the Witcher 3 expansion thing?
No.
I don't think so.
That was neat. But then after that happened, I was like, well, I kind of don't want to buy the game now, so I could just wait for the collected edition with all the stuff in it.
We talked about not buying it just yet because it's like, yeah, you can just wait for the full one later down the line.
Hmm. Wait, what happened with the Witcher 3 then? Because I don't think I read that news story.
There's like 2 expansion packs that are already going to be. I don't know when they come out, but there'll be like 2 expansion packs for it essentially after the game comes out shortly.
Oh.
But they're really large, like really, really large.
Oh. So then it'd be
Not
better
like a
just
Destiny
the
expansion.
Game of the Year edition is what it sounds like.
Well, the thing is like they might keep adding even more after that, so we'll see. But there's like just 2 fully sized expansions like already for the game even before it's released.
Hmm.
But then there's a bundle on the PSN for like $90 or something, so it's not that bad. It's only $30 more. So.
Hmm.
Okay, Tropical. I just looked this up, and this is like 2 months old.
What is
Dissidia?
Yeah, the arcade. It's 2 months ago.
Oh, is the footage that old?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Wait, what? Are you sure? Because I could have
Yes,
sworn I saw that story
I just looked it up.
recently.
I just looked it up.
Because I feel like the Dissidia announcement was recent.
Well, maybe the
Yeah,
announcement,
so
but like the
high.
footage of it is 2 months
That-
old.
The footage is 2 months old.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh.
The comparison one.
I don't know if there's a comparison one. I just saw like the
Like
straight
the
up
one
announced
I
trailer.
just saw was they compared the arcade
Oh,
version with the PS4 version.
No, the comparison one's not old.
Okay.
Hmm.
Oh, 2 months old announcement trailer.
Why'd they take so long to tell us about it?
Oh, actually, yeah, big Destiny news.
Oh
House
wow,
of
we almost like
got
ended
it.
without talking about this.
I know.
That would have been so funny next week to be like, so we completely forgot about the expansion or the I'm not even gonna call it that anymore until it's like worthy of the name.
There's
add-on.
intention.
They haven't
Content.
said what's in it. All they've
I don't know,
teased
dude. I've
plot,
been
sort
seeing
of.
a lot of things from a lot of different people because I saw Gamer's Twitter feed and I was like, I don't know, dude.
Right.
I
So
don't
that
know.
thing is actually confirmed. There is no raid in the House of Wolves
Blasphemy.
coming out May 19th, which was
Blasphemy.
the announcement.
Blasphemy.
That was-
Yeah, which
was-
is insane. It's like that's kind of I think what everyone was waiting for. But then so instead, like they're saying there's some sort of new type of end game content. Which is 3 players and it's some sort of arena type thing. So I'm
That
thinking
sounds
it's like
so
a
much more
horde
fun
mode.
than a raid. Doesn't
It
it?
does sound like horde mode.
It's like, you know what we should do?
It does
dudes?
sound like a horde mode.
We need to add fun to this game because Tekken and RPG have been clamoring for the fun in our game. Let's take out the raid and put in some sort of horde thingy.
So
oh,
a
does
raid
that-
is coming later in the year, but yeah, it's like
different raid.
it's not. Is it going to be included with with the pass that everyone
I
bought?
highly
Is
doubt
it
that chapter
going
goal
to
because it was
be-
like the first 2 and now we're
new
past the first
one?
2 and I have to start paying and I
Oh, yeah,
will
that's
not.
true.
So we'll see what happens.
The first 2 are part of the pass
Yeah.
thing. That
It's going
doesn't.
to be kind of strange. Well, so they have a schedule laid out for the next few weeks. What they're revealing next, I think the first week starts. Oh, actually, that's this week. So pretty soon we will know how you upgrade your old weapons, I think, and then it's sort of a walkthrough of the new social spaces.
Oh yeah, there's a new trailer too, but it was all CG and I was like, whatever.
Yeah, all CG. Something about I had totally forgotten actually that there were fallen in the reef because you only get to see that
great.
one video once. And I
Well,
saw it recently playing it again. I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot that they were fallen here. Huh? This is like a totally unaddressed loose end from the main campaign, the original campaign.
Fallen in the reef.
And so,
I'm still upset we're not getting our fallen raid to get our cabal raid, so I can get like the fallen raid this time and the next time the cabal. Like, what are they gonna throw at us? Nope.
well, the raid they released later on might be the Cabal or something instead, since this one didn't get a raid. So the Fallen might have gotten skipped.
That'd be terrible. No, I wanted to fight a giant servitor. Because after I
Nope.
saw the trailer, I was like, oh,
You
there's a
already
servitor
have
there. Giant
you
servitor
already
boss
have
for the raid confirmed.
Sepkus for that. If anything, it's going to be a giant shank.
Or giant shank, that's what I meant to say.
oh, actually, I got the dates totally wrong. So the calendar of events for the reveal for House of Wolves,
I know that
Wednesday
I care
the
about this
22nd, is going to be a walking tour of the reef with a live discussion about upgrade paths for the gear.
game. Amazing.
The 29th, they're going to reveal live gameplay of the Trials of Osiris and the endgame gear that you can get from that. And then on May the 6th, they're going to reveal live gameplay of Prison of Elders, which is the new 3-player cooperative multiplayer arena, is what they're calling it. And then
Why couldn't it be 4-player?
May
Just saying. You know,
Yeah.
just throw us a bone. We've been asking for like 4-player stuff,
It might
and we
be
have
because
6-player raids. So I mean, come on, do it.
maybe there was like a last gen issue or something. I know. I'm just saying. Hey, I'm just pointing out what is probably what happened.
It's true. RPG knows. RPG knows. That's what happened.
and we've
FMTS
already got the
360.
first of the last gen issues.
Cutting
The
our
Vault
current gen balls
update.
off. It's great.
Yeah, the Vault update has already come out.
I haven't even bothered to play that game. I'm still on my month
More
vacation.
armor,
I don't care about that game.
more
Then
stuff.
after I saw this,
more
I'm like, well, I
weapons.
guess I'll just take another month off until the expansion comes out because I'll just be pining for it. Oh, no raid. Whoops. So we'll see. I'm so sad now because I dismounted so many of my old legendaries. If I just would have kept them, I could have upgraded them. Oh, curses.
Foiled again.
My shadow price. My shadow price. I will never get that gun again. Whatever.
Shadow Price sucked.
No, it didn't. Mine didn't. It was pretty good. I'm sorry, Tactical. Continue.
I think that's it. Oh, so they adjust the strikes that they said that they were gonna do. The Mars ones don't suck quite as much
Yeah, I
anymore.
saw that. The Scion player shields are like weakened.
Yeah, weakened. There's not as many like guys, I guess, and then the big guy with the rockets and the chain gun has less health.
That guy.
That guy.
You
That
know
was
the
dark.
guy.
And there's less like yellow health guys when you're going through it.
Oh man, that first time we did the Nightfall over that, Gamer was so raging about that. It was delicious. It's like there's so many majors and effing efforts. It's like, oh my gosh, Gamer.
Well, in his defense, though, the Mars
There
raids
are a
are kind of like they're kind of terrible.
They are the worst.
It's like, and they always put like the worst combination of modifiers on it too. So it's like they just want you to hate them. It's like
Grind it
angry
through.
and it's like they don't flinch, and it's like
Oh yeah, that is the
burns or
worst.
anything.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, this is just fantastic. I'm just gonna go outside and play in traffic right now. 'Cause in this strike right now. So it's like, yeah.
In Vault of Glass, there was, you know how sometimes we'd be fighting Atheon and like you'd be in the shield and you would just die from splash damage.
See, Charcoal, after I read the like patch notes from this week, I was like, dude, I don't even want to know it's still broken in this game. This game is evil, and this just proves it.
That was a bug.
It's like reading this, it's like, oh, that was a bug.
It's
Oh,
not supposed to
that was a
happen.
bug.
Yeah, the sword apparently is supposed to last 30 seconds in your hand. So if you leave it there, it's not supposed to like count down
I
in
figured
Crota.
much.
30 whole seconds, and it's not supposed to disappear anymore, apparently. So I was there.
So that means all those other times it was broken is what you're saying.
Yep. There's a lot of stuff that I was like, oh,
Sick.
that wasn't supposed to be like that.
It's like, hey, have you had your fun in Destiny? Well, don't read the patch notes because you might break something. Because it's like, oh, all those things you've had to overcome that you didn't even know was broke, and then you go to read the patch notes, and it's like, what? That's my reaction of that.
I like this one. This is they changed that ball on the tower.
Oh yeah,
Apparently it looks different now. So actually I do want to go check that out.
Oh, I love how the most compelling thing to that game right now is a ball in the tower.
oh tropical.
You can make slightly prettier screenshots because you can turn off the UI with the click of the stick.
Have you tried out the colorblind mode? Because you're colorblind.
I have not. Actually, I haven't had any issues with
Oh, okay.
color stuff in Destiny. Unless, well, the thing is, like, I've never seen a legendary engram drop. So I don't know that I would be able to tell the difference between one of those and a rare one.
Interesting.
But yeah, everything else, like the radars, like, well, all that stuff, all the reds are bad. Basically, everything on the radar is bad, so there's that. Well, I like how they made those little, like, pyramid-shaped things, the loot drop things, bigger or easier to see somehow. I guess you get more reputation from Eris's bounties. That was
Too bad I'm
probably
already
taking-
max ranks on my characters. Bum,
I was just about to say, doesn't that kind of it's like by now most people are probably already maxed out with that.
Ah!
That's another one. I was like, go for yourself, Destiny. Go for yourself.
It's like, thank you, I guess. Like,
I like how they describe this one. Improved issues associated with walking through the teleport for Volta class.
oh man, that the Volta class was so broken. I was like, man.
If
Both
only
the
we'd
ra-
have waited to get our flawless raider trophy. When it was nice and working, perfect condition.
Although it makes it that much sweeter, though. We were able to get it despite the game being super broken and all up against us. It's like, yep, we still did it. So ha, also ha. So
There was supposed to be another. Oh, apparently the Zur not having heavy ammo was a bug.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
why am I not surprised? It's like all these weeks we were like, oh, the stupid thing just doesn't want to say. Nope, it was a bug because why wouldn't it be? I don't even know if I should be surprised. I should have just assumed it was a bug. That's how that should have went. Effing Zur.
There's like a whole bunch of changes to ammunition in PvP.
I like how it says it'll say who picked up the heavy ammo because that's the one thing
Yeah,
I was like cursing
kinda-
all the time. I was like, who grabbed the heavy ammo?
I told you who did it now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh god.
They like changed the locations of the special ammo crates. There's fewer of them. Guardians don't drop special ammo when they die. The crates are now visible for all players longer before you can pick them up, so you'll know where they are and you can start going towards them when the countdown starts.
This looks like my strategy will be the same of exotic primaries, Hawkmoon, Thorn, Red Dust. Let's do it. Yeah.
Blade dance. Yeah, it's lots of, I mean, the things that you expect that are changing in Destiny all the time now.
Hilarious.
Do we know if they work? Nobody knows. None of us have played it.
In case you weren't listening earlier.
Yeah. Like, yeah, it's been a while. Because I know I haven't played Destiny in like a couple of months now. Not longer.
I'm going on 2 weeks. Yay. Actually, I've extended my vacation because I was like, well, I was going to come back, but now that I know the expansion is going to be in May, I'll just come back when that happens. So, you know. Or, wait, is it May, right? The 19th?
May 19th. Yeah.
There's so much other stuff to play. There's not really a huge reason to go back unless you're itching to go back.
I've been enjoying my nice downloadable deliciousness games.
Because I mean, now that you know there's not going to be a raid, there's like no real.
Kind of like killed my hype. Literally. Hype! No, you're dying in my arms. No, hold on. We can get you to the hospital. No.
It's like, no, Tekken, just let me go. Just let me go.
So now my expectations for E3, like what they're going to talk about for the coming year, it's like, dude, Bungie,
Destiny 2.
don't RPG. You're a terrible person.
Well, it's going to happen only specifically. It's probably because of the whole.
Actually, I wouldn't mind if it was like PS4, Xbox One only.
Yeah, just about to say they're going to have to do it now.
I think that's going to happen.
We're going to kill one of the conjoined twins, and it's going to be the Elastion one.
Pretty sure that's coming.
Yeah, because they're not going to have a choice at this point, because they're like, well, after everything that happened last time, it's like, well, we might have to just focus on this one version, because...
I wonder if they can't get a raid into the last-gen versions.
You think that's would have been the reason why they ended up with an arena instead?
Maybe. I mean, arena is much easier given the base that exists.
Yeah.
Because, like, isn't basically the end of every story mission an arena?
An arena? Yeah. More or less. It's like you're stuck in
Hey,
that.
Ghost, you know what to do.
Uh-oh, I need more time.
Horde mode activate.
Whoops, not that button. Give me some time.
It's like, welcome back, Dinklebot. I mean, oh no. I didn't know this was going to happen. He says that every turn that he tries to get us murdered.
Let me open this door. Google how to open door.
It's like,
uh-oh.
It says,
I tripped an alarm.
I guess just shooting random lasers doesn't work, huh?
It's like the Ghost is Wheatley's twin brother. You just don't know it yet.
It's gonna be like
open this door.
So,
Pew, pew, pew. Uh-oh. That didn't work.
it's like plan B. Just shoot lasers. One. One of these is gonna work. Don't worry, guys. Just give me time. Just give me time. That's why it always takes so many damn waves. It's like, all right, I finally found the right code. I mean, I meant for that to happen. Because
the Fallen actually don't have computers. You're just like, wow, the Fallen are getting smarter. They're hooking up systems and stuff. It's like, one day when there's peace with the Fallen, it's like, we don't have computers. I don't know what you're talking about. Then what was he?
But my Ghost said,
where is he? Like, whistle.
oh man.
Yes. Oh man.
I mean, I told you, the story we make up for Destiny is far better than the one they did, so it's always better that way. It's always.
The actual wolves.
Oh, I forgot about that. That's what's gonna be in the Prison of the Elders tropical.
That's the raid.
Actual wolves. All of the
You
wolves.
go to a house in old Russia, and it's full of actual wolves.
Like, well, that is unexpected. That would be hilarious.
I like the idea of, like, after a while, they should just stop having that first mission to get the ship. Because everyone there's just abandoned ships everywhere. We have too many ships. Just leave the keys in it and leave it on old Russia. And then future generations, when they play the game, it's just like, now we have to find. Oh wait, never mind. There's a whole bunch over there. Just pick one. You can skip the hyperdrive mission too. Well, it has a jump drive, so, you know, I mean, do you want to go to the tower? I mean, we don't have to. We can go anywhere now. We have a jump drive. These ships are exotics too, or not exotics, but like legendary ships.
Do they have exotic ships?
I don't think so.
Hmm. That would be kind of cool if they did. Hmm. Yeah. So I guess that is something to look forward to at E3 for them, I guess. Maybe. Destiny 2? Yes?
I
Maybe?
think. Well, so it's pretty early. I think EA is going to be really exciting to watch this year.
I agree. I think especially after last year, it just seemed like Ubisoft is just like hit after hit after hit, and it's like, what are you guys doing? It's like this time, it's like you would expect them to have their stuff in order. It's like, oh, we have more stuff to show you besides concept art and
Yeah.
CGI renders of what we're thinking of making that might not even get made.
I think this year some of that stuff has been made, and we know what some of that stuff is, and it's exciting stuff. So I think this is going to be pretty exciting. Bethesda,
Not so much. I think we already know that the Dishonored 2 and then the Oblivion MMO or the Elder Scrolls MMO
Elder
makes me think
Scrolls,
that the next Elder Scrolls is farther off than people want it to be. So maybe new
oh,
Fallout
maybe.
instead. Because those are like their big two.
So it's not super exciting. I mean, you gotta think like, why are they doing this? You know, why are they showing their own thing? It's like, well, they need to promote Elder Scrolls Online for consoles. Wolfenstein was a like unexpected success, I think. So they have the standalone expansion coming out
the
soon.
stuff from id Software, so Doom 4.
Oh yeah, maybe.
And then
Dishonored 2, we already know.
and maybe for next year Fallout, whatever the next one is. the thing to get all their fans hyped up about for the next 12 months until it gets delayed. It's like everybody else is doing it, we can do it too. We'll just delay it, whatever. They'll still buy it. That's like the one thing I wouldn't mind seeing less of is like games getting announced super early and then getting delayed, or just super early and then like disappearing. Hey guys, remember Prey 2? It's canceled now. You'll never get to play it.
Yeah, the disappearing part sucks. I don't mind too much early announcements as long as it's not like, hey, and then it's just gone for 2 years, and then hey, that thing we announced 2 years ago and then said nothing about, it's coming out in 2 years.
I guess that's true. I think the thing with like the stuff from last year is just like you knew it was coming, and so it was like, you know, your expectations, your hopes were so high, and then it was just like a not delivering the goods situation.
Yeah.
But now we have more games, hopefully, because more people have more time. So hopefully.
Oh my gosh, Nintendo Direct's gonna be like mobile games.
Oh, tropical! Don't even.
The end has begun.
That'll be depressing the day that happens. It's like, hey guys, Nintendo Direct. It's all mobile games. I'll be like, oh! Shaking my keyboard. This is happening.
So actually, I saw a lot of articles this week, particularly talking about how the Wii U is kind of dying. Like it seems like they're giving up on the Wii U because they've already announced that they're working on a new console, which is sort of a given, like for all the companies. Like we always assume that they're working on new
the
consoles.
NX was like a handheld, so why would they?
Didn't they say it was
did
a
they say-
new home
They
console?
didn't say it was a handheld. They just said they're working on the next
okay.
console, so
Oh,
it's
okay, that's true. I guess.
likely going to be.
So like when has anyone ever announced their next console when their current console was in its like infancy or in its prime?
Sega.
How'd that work out for them?
Well then.
I'm just saying it happened. They're like, hey guys, Sega Saturn. Or was the Saturn the one they killed for the Dreamcast? I don't remember.
No, because wait, it might have been.
Dreamcast died
no?
because of PlayStation.
Okay, so it was
Two.
the Saturn. They're like, hey guys, Saturn. And they're like, yeah. Sega CD, what's that? Who cares? It's all about the Saturn.
Sega CD. Yeah.
Which is man. So much has changed in the 1 year where I was like, oh man, Wii U, yeah, on board. And then I was like,
I know, it's right. I just kept holding on to my hopes for Star Fox, and I was like, Star Fox, Star Fox. Oh, Zelda delay. Oh no, this isn't good.
Now it's like you really do wait for the $150, $200 Wii U to get your Star Fox.
It's like, yeah, dude. At this
Because I'm
point,
pretty sure the game is going to come. It's just going to be so late into the cycle. It's like, we don't actually care about the system anymore, but here's the Star Fox because, we worked on
did
it.
tell you guys
I'll just wait for the bundle with all the amiibos. Oh yeah, our wing amiibo, Star Fox, Fox McCloud.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait for the campaign console price, and then I'll get it because that's how the GameCube got bought. No, that's still too high. I might get it at like 100 or 50.
Wow.
Did the GameCube ever get to 100 officially?
The GameCube was like, when I
I know
bought
it was
it, it was like 50 or something ridiculous.
Really? The official retail price was 50?
I don't think
It was like,
so.
or it was.
I don't
'cause,
think
like,
so, because even the PS2 was like.
I think the
Well,
lowest the
super slow to get
PS2
there.
went to was 99.
Yeah,
Oh,
Right?
well,
and I
maybe
kept
it
wanting to
was,
get a second one, and I never did. Ah.
well, maybe it was at 99. Because I mean, because I remember getting I got the silver bundle one with the Mario Party and the microphone and all that stuff. So it might have been like, but I could have sworn when I bought it because I bought it because it was like really cheap. I remember that. So it was in that range somewhere. But I know it wasn't. It was under $100. I do know that for sure.
I
So
wonder,
I highly
not
doubt
the
it ever got to 50.
Xbox. Well, I mean, like, was maybe a sale or something, but I don't think officially it ever. Because, like, the cheapest I saw the PS2 for in stores was, like, I think it was 60 or 70. And, like, Best Buy was clearancing them. But, like, the official lowest price was 100 or 99. When, man, I wonder when PS3 will ever get below. What's the cheapest PS3 right now?
we can get one for like
170 maybe.
one something, yeah,
170?
and that's new-ish.
It might be cool.
It's really weird. I just looked up a thing and it said like the GameCube was $199 at launch, so that wasn't actually that much.
Yeah, see,
Wow.
so
That's
it was
crazy.
it was already cheap to begin with. So yeah, I might have actually got it for that price. I don't know. I
I know
just
I
know
got
it was
mine
like
for
really
150
cheap
because
when
it
I
was
bought
the
it.
Metroid Prime bundle with the silver one.
Yeah, I think I got the Legend of Zelda one bundle.
Oh, I'm reading this article from 2003 about the GameCube being $100. So it was 100. I doubt it was 50 though.
I don't know Tekken because like I said, it was like really cheap when I got it. I don't know. I was just like, huh, I could totally buy this because it's like ridiculous.
Oops. I just crapped. Oh wow. Okay. I thought I just ended the call. That was weird.
Okay.
That was super weird. Oh, I hit the. Okay, that's what I did. That was weird. I've never done that before. Do we have any more news?
I don't think
so.
so. Yeah, I don't think so. I think that was the big stuff. Cool. Another Aimless Babble Z. Nope, I did not play anything. Maybe next week, but it's actually kind of looking doubtful because I have to do another thing this weekend.
Stop doing things.
I was gonna rent Mortal Kombat 10 because or X because I'm mostly just interested in the story because the story modes are really awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But it was not available. They only had 3 copies and they were gone. It's like, dang it. Should have gone in when it came out yesterday. Oh well.
You should have. You disappoint me.
Next week, yeah. Did you play Axiom Verge at all?
I haven't
Again?
played it yet. No.
Not yet. Did you pick up? Oh, you did pick up Bastion.
Yeah.
Did you pick up what's this week's Titan Souls?
Yeah, I did. I haven't played it.
I'm gonna get that one too.
I bought all the Spring Fever games because I was excited about them, except for Metal Slug. So that's the only one I didn't get. And
Okay.
then next
Yeah.
week is whatchamacallit? Shovel Knight. Yes.
Is that the last one?
Yep.
I think it was the last one. Yeah, those two are my most excited. And How I May too. Oh, and Ollie, but that was a free one. Wait, that came out the same week. That wasn't part of the promo. Anyway, oh, and Jamestown Plus was that the one. Yeah, I skipped a few because I didn't think I would get time to play them. I'm improving. Oh, it was funny because I was on another podcast at Midwest Gaming Classic, and
What?
they it's like the total complete opposite of our cast, where it's like we shouldn't buy games that we're not playing and blah blah blah. You know, backlog beat down. They're just like, whatever. I have 700 games in my backlog. I'm just gonna buy 50 more here because yeah.
That sounds
I
like
was
your problem.
That's really
Sir or
weird.
ma'am.
Totally different crowd here.
That's what happens when Tekken
Anyway.
just doesn't care anymore. Just lets it all go. Well, Tekken gets old. He's like, I don't give a damn. I got all these games in my backlog. I'm gonna keep buying them. I'm old Tekken. I do what I want. He just goes to sleep.
Oh my.
To hear more of Old Tekken, check us out, aimlesspodcast.com. I'm sure he's appeared in multiple episodes.
He has. He's like always rolling around. Just like that creepy guy
Yeah,
in the
if
corner.
you can find like 3 episodes where Old Tekken has appeared, you will win a prize of some sort to be disclosed at a later date. And you can find those on our
This
YouTube
sounds
channel,
shady.
some of them, or aimlesspodcast.com. If you can't find those places, then look for us on Facebook and Twitch and Twitter, and we can point you in the right direction. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, do you have anything to say before I sign us off, RPG?
I don't know. Just F everything. Just F them.
Oh my. All right. So until next week, will Tropical get back on the train that is playing video games, or will he continue to disappoint RPG
At every turn. At every turn.
Will RPG enhance his stealth capability, or just continue to walk around and shoot people in the face? Be like, oh, I was supposed to sneak up and punch him? Oh well. Will I clear more games off my backlog and keep on streaming? Who knows? Find out on the next episode of Aimless Babble Z.
Stealth is hard. It's not my